treadmill. This ain't life. Turn around like a cartwheel. No, this ain't right. No, there's gotta be more than the rat race. Gotta be more. Who said we were lost in the first place? What makes them sure? Never been here before, so I'll never be the girl that I was. See, I'll never use the past as a crutch. Seems like right now might really be all that I got. Currency right now is my dreams, my love, my art. Can I live? Can I live? Can I live? Can I live? Just live with me. All I wanna do is, I'm just saying, all I'm trying to do is live, yeah. Love, fear, self-doubt, and self-deprecate. With a heart on my sleeve and a dream to chase. In a world, in a wood, in another time. Deep breath, fresh air, and a crystal sky. And a faithful guy on an open mic. Or with the spotlight on and the bass up bright. Is it too much to ask for in this lifetime? Oh, I believe there's more than these city walls. I got wings, so I hardly fly. Say the bird's eye view so beautiful, but you won't get there until you take flight. Can I live? Can I live? Can I live? Can I live? Just live with me. All I wanna do is, I'm just saying, all I'm trying to do is live. Can I live? Can I live? Can I live? Can I live? Just live with me. All I wanna do is, I'm just saying, all I'm trying to do is live, yeah.
This monster that was on stage with Mike Pence, who destroyed her last night, by the way, but this monster.
Donald Trump has a long history of racism.
If I was starting off today, I would love to be a well-educated black because I really believe they do have an actual advantage today.
People are trying to figure out why isn't he giving his birth certificate. It's not a birth certificate.
Oh, look at my African American over here.
But he especially hates black women. That's not hyperbole. Watch for yourself.
What a stupid question that is. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
Why don't you people act? Why don't you act? Why don't you people act? Let me.
What do you make of that?
Well, I just think it's a nasty question. That's why you used to work for the Times and now you work for somebody else. That's enough. Low IQ, Maxine Waters.
Same thing with April Ryan. You talk about somebody that's a loser. She's very nasty.
This monster that was on stage, she's a disaster.
I thought she was most horrible, most disrespectful of anybody in the U.S. Senate.
Monster, disaster.
Disrespectful, horrible, low IQ, stupid, you people,
Nasty.
This monster.
They say life is what you make it. I'm a legend in the making. I know just what I'm made of. They say life is what you make it, yeah. But I'm a legend in the making, yeah. I know just what I'm made of, yeah, yeah. They say life is what you make it. But I'm a legend in the making. I know just what I'm made of. They say life is what
What a day already, and it's early. Girl, it's too early for me to be up in front. I don't even feel right. I feel a little weird, man. I feel like I should be doing something else, like sleeping. I'm just saying. But I'm in the building, and yes, I got my people with me. I got them in front and center where you can see them looking lovely. Cindy, what your shirt say?
Hello, baby.
I can hang, I can dig it. I think Denise might have had something to do with that. Miss Harlem on top. All right, that's good. I'm so glad to see you guys. And if y'all can see me, then we are all blessed because we've been highly favored and we are here to be with each other. Whew. It's been a full week. It's Saturday. My alarm is going off. What you going out for? At least it's not a fly. I'm telling you something. It has been a week. We have to sum up everything that has happened in this week. Some kind of way we lost Cindy. Maybe she'll be back. We have to sum up everything that happened in this week in a short time. And we talking about it's been a week. We've had, oh my God, we've had the hearings, which was a total sham of a mess, an embarrassment for the country. We've had definitely the town hall. Don't understand how Donald Trump didn't want to do a debate, but he wanted to do a town hall. Then he goes to NBC, and he does it, at NBC, and which makes it go to MSNBC to get as many viewers as he can to just look like an asshole, which was really something. I don't know why he keeps sinking himself. Then we had his lovely Giuliani. Do you get what I mean? And then if Trump does win, he's setting himself up for another impeachment. So, and we could go on. And then we had Cube. Ice Cube, F the police. He even had a song out about Trump. And his statements are, but you know something that's weird. A friend of mine looked up their birthdays. Kanye West, Donald Trump, and Cube's birthday is all in the same time frame. They're the same signs. And I'm going to show you later because I had to pull a little bit of the video. I'm like Wendy, I had to steal something like she used to do from TMZ. Because I had to see what he thought about what he did. Why he did it. Because I couldn't understand. Because, bro, you had more trouble with the police and had more issues than anybody. The hell you doing over there on Trump with Trump? And then he sounded so just out of place and lost. I felt sorry for him. But guys, again, it's been a full week. So I don't even know where we should start. You know, I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with Ice Cube because I think that I have a young lady up in my corner. I got Miss Means here and I got Cindy. We're going to always gossip and whisper. But Denise is going to Denise going to take him to the shed. You know, like mothers do. You know, they be kind, but they read you, you know, real well. Like, baby, when you don't know, don't open your mouth like that.
Well, it was so sad to me because if you saw the Roland Martin interview with him, what happened was the contract with Black America that Ice Cube created, it was 22 pages long. And this platinum plan, even the name of it offends me, that Trump came up with is 2 pages long. So Ice Cube had a 22-page proposal. Trump came up with a 2-page proposal. And Roland Martin looked at him and he's like, look at the proposal. You're looking at what Trump came up with. Where is anything in there that reflects anything you said? And as Cube looked at it, you could see how crestfallen he was. Mm-hmm. Like, what are you doing? And he said that when he approached the Biden campaign, they told him they'd get back to him after the election. But the truth is, they looked at what he created and told him, most of this we've already incorporated in our plan for Black America. So let's talk about the other things that we haven't addressed once this is over. So it wasn't like they were dismissing him. But I think the real problem here is that number one, he had ideas, but no infrastructure to even bring them to fruition. He had no organizational structure that even if they say, okay, we'll adopt it, to make it happen. And everybody knows there's never progress in this country without a forced people movement to make that progress happen. I don't care what the category is. So I just feel like a mistake that a lot of younger than me people make is they don't talk to those who've come before them to see how to avoid reinventing the wheel. If you have a new idea and you want a new way to implement it, talk to what's been already done and what's already out there, find out. So I feel, honestly, I feel like he got used. And his face when Roland Martin started telling him, how do you even plan to get this adopted? Do you really think Trump at this stage would do anything? What has he even attempted to do up to this point? He was just crestfallen and he got used, and I feel sorry for him. And it was a lack of sophistication on his part, but his intentions were good. He wanted something for Black people. I can't ever be mad at him for that. But his approach and his lack of wisdom.
Well, my problem with it is, Cindy, I need your input here. Because it goes both ways as far as us also, you and I also being a part of the LGBTQ community. He kept saying he wants money for only people Black people that trace back the lineage to being a slave.
How do you even do that?
But at first, it's not just how you do it. Damn it, if you are Black in America, it doesn't matter what time frame it was, especially when you're coming up after, slavery and all of this, you were treated the freaking same. And you've been held back and oppressed. And I say that, Cindy, because I say it's the same way with being in the LGBTQ community, whether you're gay, transgender, you get what I mean? There's some prejudice there. If we're a group, LGBTQ, we're a family. Every aspect of that is one. Everyone's cry, everyone's plea, we should feel the same.
Theoretically.
Yes.
Not in reality.
Not in reality. But see, his reality too is dude. And then he went off on Don Lemon, who is also of age who was trying to just politely tell him, know what you're doing. Know what you're talking about. Because see, Twitter tore him up, and see, he had to get in front of it. He had to, because he's a guy that's gonna be doing movies when all this is over. He's a rapper, all this. He has because even Snoop was like, dude, what are you doing? So the thing was, Trump and them suck at you like they do everybody else. Because when they dropped that bomb, he didn't expect it. They threw his name out there thinking that the young Black males would get behind him. Well, here's why I'm at, Cindy, and I want you to say something. I'm going to shut up after I say this. Ice Cube, your raggedy ass. I don't care if Denise going to be light on you. Fuck you. I'm going to say it in your way. Like you said it, fuck the police. I'm being real now. I'm like Don Lemon. We fed up. I'm a fed up old Black mother. But I do know one thing. You said we, in speaking French, MF, we'll have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Your ass got plenty. I feel like you stepped up there for the taxes. I feel like you want him to stay in so your ass don't have to pay taxes. And for the people that are listening, yes, okay, Denise give him some saying, applause. I give him applause. Hated that. You know what I'm saying, Cindy? Give me your snap. Show me your Harlem t-shirt. We not no motherfucking suckers no more. And the problem with this is, at this time, under 20 days, we're 16 days before election, and they drop a bomb like this. Luckily, we are already done seen the little dog and pony shows they do. Now, where were you when Black Lives Matter? So they started a long time ago and needed y'all help. Don't just wake up and say, we shouldn't be. The people that are saying this shit, my people, they got health coverage. They got money. They can protect their children. It's a lot that they can already do, and they don't want to pay the damn taxes. Now, if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. But right now, wasn't the damn time.
How he got used, and then I'm going to let you run, Cindy. Mm-hmm. How he got used as part of the Trump plan has been to attract 20% of Black male voters. That's why they threw his name out there. That's why they threw him under the bus. because they're trying to attract black male voters because black men voted for Trump in 2016. So they're feeling if they can just peel off 20%, that would make up the difference of what they're losing with Republicans who are turning to Biden. It's very, very evil how he let himself get used. But go ahead, Cindy.
I'm just tired of this Kanye West, Ice Cube, people. Can I say it, Uncle Tom? I mean, is that
Say
what
it,
I'm
girl. Say it. I got your back.
Tom? Like, you know what I mean? Let's stop this because Trump doesn't give a F about you. He doesn't. Like, knock it off. You know what I mean? He does not. Like, I'm tired of like, until you can come down into my realm and know what it's like to live as a black female transgender walking down the street, you don't know what it's like. You know what I mean? And I'm just tired, like, you know, this Kanye, I'm not going to vote based on, you know, Kanye West, but I would hope that black men wouldn't do the same thing. Like, look where you're at right now. Like, when it comes down to it, we're in a coronavirus is dominating everything that we have going on right now. Okay. And look how Donald Trump has responded. We would have less cases had Trump done something about this sooner. Okay. But now we're in a situation to where I was watching on the news today that it's gonna cost probably like $6 trillion. This pandemic is costing us. The United States, you know, when that we could have saved more lives and saved a hell of a lot more money had Trump done something when he first was told about this.
Right.
And a lot of us would be right back to work. Okay. And, you know, I don't understand how any black person really right now could even vote for Trump. You know what I mean? When he had
Kanye is letting himself be a distraction. Like, this should be the only time we talk about, not Kanye, Q. He's letting himself be a distraction. Just like for a minute, Kanye was a distraction. But right now, let this be the last time we talk about him. And the only thing we should say is make his ass irrelevant.
Basically.
But real quick, I'm going to show the video any damn way. Because I want people to see how silly his ass look. And then this is the thing. Watch being used.
Right.
And then work with your people. You didn't have to go to Biden. I heard the young lady, one of the founders of Black Lives Matter, Roland, had her own, and and his mouth seemed like shock when Roland let him know. Not only that, the Congressional Black Caucus has took something to Trump in 2017 or 2018, and they still haven't looked at it. And is everything that's in your plan and more is on there. And the young lady with Black Lives Matter was saying, I have been trying any and everything. Had we had someone like you, we've been doing this. And she said, I've been in the fight really for years. And he's saying, where y'all been? And he asked him, and he asked him, where have you been? I asked you, I've been doing music. I've been doing, you know. So we're going to watch a little bit of the short video.
These are just the facts of what happened. This is the Biden campaign basically said, you know, we love 85% of your plan, but we want to talk after the election. That's fine. I'm willing to talk after the election. I just think both sides of the aisle need to take this serious.
So what's in their plan that they actually took from yours? Because I've gone through their plan line by line. And be perfectly honest with you, I don't see what's in their plan they released and even mirrors what's in yours.
Well, like I said, you know, both plans between both parties are lacking. So, you know, this is what they did. You know, you have to look at the contract with Black America and see where the overlap is. But, you know, the thing...
And there's no specificity. There just simply isn't. Even when you talk about programs, I will say when I go through Biden's program, when he's talking about state small business credit initiative, expand new markets tax credit, improve and expand the SBA programs that most effectively support black-owned businesses, and laying things out that are specifics, that's the deal. I'm looking at a 22-page plan from Biden and a 1-page plan for Trump, and I'm sitting there going, and I went through Trump's plan, I'm like, there's nothing there. It's a lot of words. Not really, because it's only one page. But the deal is, I'm like, dude, you being the president, you want to make this whole deal how you ushered in economic prosperity, which really all started under Obama beginning in 2010. But it is lacking. Do you believe that the Trump campaign greatly overstated your involvement for the purpose of them being able to say, we have attached ourselves to Ice Cube? Did you believe that you were used politically for their purposes as opposed to really what happened?
Media spin, not going by none of that. You know, I'm not on nobody's team. I'm not on Team Blue, not on Team Red.
So then I have that wrong.
Independent
Nothing changes. I look, if I had brought you here to fight with you, you would have known it. What I'm saying is, I think I did get it wrong, and I want to make sure I get it right. So saying you're working with the Trump team is wrong. What you did was, when they asked to talk to you about it, you said yes. If Biden had asked to talk to you about it now, you would have gone to them the same way. It's not about you choosing anything. It's you working with everybody who's got a chance of doing anything.
I'm working with whoever's in power. Yeah, I'll work with both. Whoever's in power, I'm going to.
So Ice Cube is not with the Trump campaign. He's just giving his ideas, and anybody who wants to do something with him, fine.
Basically, they giving him a chance to kind of clear it up, huh? So Cuomo is wanting to make sure that people understand that Ice Cube is not with anybody. I guess they have to say that because they feel like some of these people that are following these people are going to be trying to, you know, I guess come into the situation and maybe change their vote, alter the vote. I don't know. You know, I don't really know what their fear of it is, but they having to make sure that it's like everybody's trying to clean up his mess.
Right.
You know, and I don't, that doesn't make sense to me, you know, but I mean, help me understand, Cindy, why they trying to, I mean.
He's not on either one side. You're not on Joe Biden's side. You're not on Trump's side. You're riding the line in the middle. Like, I mean, it's just, we're this close to the election and you're still undecided about whose side you want to be on. Like, you just, with everything we've gone through, like in the 4 years, you're still, I'm shocked. I am really shocked that it takes this much convincing, you know, to convince somebody, you know, have enough black men been shot and killed by the police to convince you that Trump doesn't give up about you? How many more black men need to get shot? Trump has not done anything for black men in America. Police are still shooting black men in the back and on the verge of getting off. And we're still up here. We don't know whether we want to be on Biden's side or Trump's side. Trump has done nothing when it comes to legislation to protect black men. I am just like, wow. Are we really, is this where we're at? How many more black men need to get shot and killed by the police?
With Trump saying it was justified. He said when that boy Kyle went in there and killed those protesters, that he felt it was self-defense. He thought that 17-year-old boy was just protecting himself as the cops gave him water and thanked him for being there with that long rifle. Come on now. But there's a saying, either you stand for something or you'll fall for anything. And I believe in this case, Kanye, why I keep saying Kanye? Because I don't see no difference. Cube took a fall. He fell for anything.
I cannot believe it. How many, like, does he need to watch the video in Atlanta, Georgia from that guy getting shot in the back and didn't have a gun? You know what I mean? But then it is straight out racism that we are sitting here looking it directly in our faces. We have a 17-year-old walking down the street with an AK-47, walking right past the police with an AK-47, and he's still alive today. And we have somebody that is black in Atlanta, Georgia, getting shot in the back 7 times by the police. How much more convincing do we need? Trump has done nothing to put forth legislation.
Oh, no, instead he encouraged it. Don't forget when he spoke to the police, he was talking to a bunch of police at some event, and he's like, and by the way, you know how when you put them in the back of your car and you put your hand on their head, don't be so worried about them being comfortable. Don't worry about that. Come on now. No, it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
It's beyond ridiculous, but hey, it happened. Ice Cube, your ass gonna have to deal with it, and it don't look too good. But hey, and this too shall pass. But the thing about it is, know that you know that you know when you open your mouth. I know, and again, my girl Denise said you really were trying to do right, and I'm gonna try to believe that. I'm gonna try to fight that feeling in my gut, because right now we are still facing a pandemic that's on the rise.
The thing I know is that our mission, especially the roles the three of us are playing, we have to find a way to define people in, not define people out. We have to be willing to be a bridge for people to see where they were wrong-headed in their thinking and change their mind and allow that process. So you point out the flaw, you point out the flawed thinking, and then hopefully in such a way they can digest it. Because it serves no one to throw him out of the community. It serves no one. So I'm not willing to do that. That's where I'm coming from.
Oh, no, you're right. I'm not trying to throw him out of the community. I'm just trying to shake the shit out of him so that the part of his sense that's at the bottom can come to the top and everything, because it looked like he got shook down. So I'm trying to...
Well, you think about so many people, LeBron, Jay-Z, Beyonce, all these people who are really doing things with their money in the community, for the community. I never heard Ice-T do nothing. Dr. Dre built a $10 million performing arts high school in Compton. LeBron with his programs in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't never heard of Ice Cube doing anything.
That's what I was thinking. Thank you.
So what I'm saying is maybe he's trying to find his lane, but this was the wrong vehicle. No pun intended.
No, it was pun. He got on the wrong damn... That's what I'm saying. He's riding the wrong damn car with the gun under the damn seat.
I think he figured it out now, though.
He does look like what the happened here. You know what I mean? How did I get here? But
yeah, his face looks dumbstruck when he's talking. He's like...
But I admire him for backing him, standing behind his self, because not pocket down trying to be strong like I'm Cube. I ain't gonna be. But you got young people looking at you, bro.
And I actually, even me, like, I was looking at some Ice Cube movies, like, he's somebody that I even admire and I look up to and I respect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He is somebody that is in the Black community who I really admire, and, I just recently, like probably 2 months ago, like, I followed him on Instagram, like, I love his music. He's just iconic. I love Ice Cube, Friday, just... he's done so much, and he's somebody that can really, makes the Black community proud, it's just, with this,
That was a wrong call, dog. That was a wrong call. But listen, we could talk about Ice Cube all day, but I can't do no more for Ice. Ice got to figure this out itself, but I am still going to support what he does. I just want him to sit down for a moment and think.
That's all.
I really think. That's it. It ain't worth all of us. It ain't. Denise is right, not worth us getting all, what we threw and done, because they do want to pit us against each other. As they say, they will hire us to kill us. You know what I mean? And then blame us. So we gotta be awakened with that too. So, but now here's the other thing. There was a town hall. Town hall meeting consisted of a sensible man and a fool. And they had them at the same time, Cindy. The fool kept being a fool. Now, if I know I'm a fool, but we gotta also praise the young lady that interviewed him.
Savannah Guthrie.
Guthrie got him to say things. And then I did research. She's a Georgetown alumni, but not only that, she is attorney, which helps me understand how she set him up. Because she honestly did get him to say things. A lot of them have been trying to get him to say. For one thing, you had to take the COVID test before you went on for the debate with Biden, and he didn't take it. Because he's saying, I don't know if I did. I don't know if I did. I took many tests. You follow what I'm saying? So as we are moving fast, we're going to talk a little bit more about this. We're going to this is a very short one, because he gets on my nerve. It makes my stomach hurt. I have things I like. I have things I can't deal with. Trump getting, if 4 more years got to go, I'm going to just dig me a tunnel. You know, 'cause I can't. But here you go. With Biden, there's some sunshine and darkness, guys. Know where the sunshine is. Coming to the light, my people. Coming to the light. It's going to be real quick.
Do you take a test every single day?
No, but I take a lot of tests.
Okay, and you don't know if you took a test the day of the debate?
Possibly I did, possibly I didn't.
If they vote out before the election, you are open to expanding the court?
I'm open to considering what happens from that point on.
Don't voters have a right to know where you stand?
They do have a right to know where they stand, and I'll have a right to know where I stand before they vote.
So you'll come out with a clear position before Election Day?
Yes, depending on how they handle this.
We were expected to lose. If you look at the original charts from original doctors who are respected by everybody, 2,200,000
That
people.
2 million figure, though, is if you literally
saved 2
did
million
nothing.
people.
We should be thinking about making it mandatory.
How could you enforce that?
Well, you couldn't, but you can say, you can go to every governor and get them all in a room, all 50 of them as president, and say, ask people to wear the mask.
QAnon. It is this theory that Democrats are a satanic pedophile ring and that you are the savior. Disavow QAnon in its entirety?
I know nothing about QAnon.
I just told you.
I know very little. You told me, but what you tell me doesn't necessarily make it fact.
So are you for it or against it? You say you're not for it, but in your website it says you call it a crucial framework. The Green New Deal.
My deal is a crucial framework, but not the new Green Deal. The new Green Deal calls for elimination of all non-renewable energy by 2030. You can't get there. You're going to need to be able to transition, George.
We are working very hard on the DACA program.
Under your administration, no new applicants are allowed. And in fact, the DACA recipients now have to renew every year as opposed to every 2 years. So in fact, the DACA program has been curtailed by your administration.
Well, what happened is because of the pandemic, much changed on the immigration front.
Who do you owe $421 million
first of all,
to?
let me answer. What they did is illegal. What I'm saying is that it's a tiny percentage of my net worth.
That sounds
and
like
you'll
yes.
see that soon.
Do you hear what you needed to hear?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot more if you're going to hang around.
Yep, we got. They talk. They get me with Trump. Trump now. He said he's got a wonderful DACA program. She shut him down, and let him know that where they used to have 2 years to reapply, it's 1 year, and you've set up other parameters. Now, Denise, I'm gonna need you to help me understand this group that he has created that he says the Democrats are a part of, where they worship different things, you know, satanically.
Oh, QAnon.
Yeah, QAnon. QAnon. But my thing is, where the hell did he get this from?
You know, you have to understand that his only source of information is Fox News and conspiracy websites that are right wing and publications like Breitbart that he still follows. So, you know, it's his source of information that he trusts because those are sources of information. All you have to do to be trusted, to give information that Trump trusts, is say you like him. If you like him, you're okay. If you criticize him, you're the enemy. So I found it, I felt empathy for Savannah Guthrie when she was questioning him about QAnon. And he said, oh, I don't know anything about him. She said, I just told you. And he's like, well, I don't know if what you're saying is true. So then she said, so you believe that the Democrats are killing children and drinking their blood? And he said, maybe. If you ever question this man having intelligence prior to this, you can give it up. I mean, that just showed how woefully willing he is to be ignorant to get a vote. And, you know, the funny thing is, now he's saying if he loses the election, he's leaving the country. Yeah, he's running from prosecution, and he better go someplace like China or North Korea, one of them third countries that we don't have an extradition agreement with, because he is going down.
He's going to Russia. He's going to Russia.
Let him go, because he's running for his life, because he's going to be He's going to be arrested. I keep saying, you can't convince me there are not sealed indictments waiting for him to be out of office. And they're going to snatch him up, and it's going to be charges galore. You can't tell me otherwise. I believe it in my whole heart. I believe it.
Cindy, what do you think?
I think that, how they, all the presidents, after they leave, they get in that helicopter, because we got to fumigate that helicopter afterwards because, but, after it flies off, it's going to take them to wherever they take the president. As soon as he lands, there's, the FBI, and everybody's going to swarm it, and as soon as he steps off, he's going to get arrested. And then, you got his family. Because especially the sons, you know what I mean, and all that dirt's gonna, I don't think he's gonna have time to be able to get away, unless he does it between that time of the election and the inauguration.
They may snatch him up when he's walking out of the inauguration.
I don't think he's gonna show up for that damn. I'm gonna tell you something. He ain't going to that inauguration. I don't think so. He is not going to do a change of power or nothing. Trust me.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because he's so petty. I mean, remember, this is the guy who would not allow Obama's portrait to be hung.
He's not going, Denise. That sucker's not got to go. And
good.
Yeah.
But that works for me.
Yeah.
That works for me. That's my preference. I hope he doesn't go. Just like he doesn't go to any of the Kennedy Center Honors programs. I mean, that works for me. I'm okay with that. He needs to go away like a nightmare. You wake up, oh, I'm awake. He's gone. Bye, poof.
The other thing we got to talk about is these damn hearings. I am so proud of, but I got one question, y'all. What the hell was going on with Dianne Feinstein? Why in the hell was, I think, let me be quiet. I'll leave it alone. I got to right now. We'll talk about that after the election. But I don't understand the way she greeted Graham and thanked him and said it was the best one ever. Unless they up to something. I'm praying they are.
No, I hate to put it this way, but when Feinstein decided she was going to run again, I was so upset. I'm like, sit down, go away, let somebody else have it. I'd love to see that lady, Congresswoman Katie Porter. I'd love to see her. I love her. I'd love to see her be the next senator. She's amazing. But, I mean, if we can accept that, I can see his face, but I can't call his name. But there was a Republican gentleman who was good friends with Elijah Cummings. Mm-hmm. And they would get in trouble for their friendship, just like Biden would get called out for his friendship with McCain. I don't have an issue with people with differing, or Ginsburg with Alito.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't. And because if there's no congeniality, then there'll never be any dialogue. So, I think that right now everybody's nerves are so raw that it carried a lot more weight than it would have carried, say, if Obama was in office. They'd be like, oh, Feinstein, what is that? But not the level of, what is she doing? Mm-hmm. So I just think her timing was terribly off, and she's tone deaf. But I've been, she's never been like accused of being like this mad progressive. She's always been kind of middle of the road, and she was given a lot of credibility because of when Harvey Milk, being a gay leader, got murdered. That's how she came into office in San Francisco initially. That's how she became known to California outside of San Francisco. So she got some cred based on her association with him. But she ain't no Barbara Boxer, never has been. She's big on gun reform, and that's her credibility. She's big on gun reform because of what happened to Harvey Milk. But other than that, I mean, there's no barn burning she's ever done about anything.
Well, I wonder, because I had to get that question answered, because I couldn't understand it for the life of me.
Yeah, but by today's definition, she's a moderate.
Wow. I do know that this is not the time for us to be trying to. I agree with what Senator Harris said, and hopefully future Vice President Harris, when she was saying she wanted it to be known. I want the chairman and everyone to know this is not the time.
Right.
But frankly, she felt it was a waste of damn time after questioning. Guys, I'm watching a hearing, and this woman, you don't even have to me, voting her. Remember when one of the Republicans, I wanted to see what she was writing on her notes, trying to be, and when she held it up, the paper was blank. So, and then every question they ask her, she dances better than Trump. Because she never, but the only thing great about it is, I see where Kamala was going with her. When she asked her about the small businesses, how would you rule? Different things. But then she let her know, well, you ruled against this when you ruled in favor of the big company. On this date and time and year, you ruled in it. So 85 to 90% of your rulings have been for the big corporation. So you don't have to answer me. I've already researched you. I was like, you go, girl. So as she went on to ask her another question, she's like, I don't know where you're leading with these questions. Like, do you believe that cigarettes cause cancer? She said, well, yeah, it's on the pack. You know what I mean? The things that she believed in, when she asked, do you believe in global warming, you won't say anything. So finally, she just got fed up. Kamala's like, okay, look, I just want y'all to know this is a bunch of shit. That's what, see, I really would love to, that's what I would love to do in a comedic way. Because Kamala had to stay professional and say, okay. Because she never answers a question, ever. She says, well, I don't really have it would depend on if they're running and what's going on and how much information I have. And then she would throw it back to Congress. No one knows where she stands.
The real issue is tens of millions of Americans are out of work. Something like 40 million Americans are facing eviction. And they got the time to do this hearing, but they're not addressing relief from the COVID crisis. And that, more than anything, is what creates offense about these hearings even going on, especially when 70% of Americans has said, wait till the election. So with this outpouring, I'm telling you, when I see the news and I see those people on those lines standing for 5, 10, 12 hours to vote, I told my husband, I said, Black people right now, they got the mindset of the 50s. They got the mindset of the 50s. You want me to stand here? I'll stand here. I got my lunch and I got my chair, just like Michelle told me. And they are doing it. And they're making it like a party. There are college bands coming out. There are people ordering pizza for the folks to stay on time. They're doing whatever it takes to support people. And I see that and I just get tears in my eyes. So hopefully, because there's already 2 Republicans who said they won't vote for her. You only need 2 more. And then it's a done deal. She don't get in. I have not given up hope that there are not 2 Republicans scared enough to keep their seat, that they won't come right. I'm waiting to see this vote on October 22nd. Because I don't know. Those lines, if I was a Republican, would scare me.
Yes, it's already doing that. And you got to remember, they're showing them their stats. They're showing them how bad it's looking. And, and the people are saying this is what you're worrying about, and we still have to face COVID.
We're going to flip that Senate.
Girl, they're going to turn it upside down. Cindy, I mean, what do you think about the hearing?
Well, to be honest, I think that she's going to get confirmed no matter what. You know what I mean? And I've kind of surrendered to that fact. What I am really, I totally agree with Denise. This is a slap in the American people's face. You know what I mean? We have people that are unemployed and, have no place to stay, homeless, and going through all this thing. And you guys are sitting up here, and instead of passing a bill to help the American people, you guys are putting a justice on there because you guys want to make sure that you guys secure the next 50 years. You know what I mean? Instead of letting the American people decide, it is offensive. And which brings up another point. I'm really glad that that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris haven't said anything. Okay, because we need to stop because these Republicans have been playing dirty. And I was sitting up here watching the news the other day. How Mitch McConnell was just so happy, he held the seat from Obama. He was like, I'm like, what? You know, I was like, oh, okay, you just didn't care.
I saw that.
You remember seeing that? He was just gleeful. Yeah, I held that seat. He was just so happy.
Knocked the hell out of his ass. I said, "Ooh, I should have been there." I'd be like,
you know, now he, let's put through this woman. Oh, it's a woman. No, it's not okay. Let the American people decide this. So when we go in the office, I really think that we need to stack. We're going
to stack that court because they've been stacking the court for the last 6 years. They put 160 judges in that they wouldn't even give Obama a hearing for. He had people he wanted in those judgeships. They wouldn't even give him a hearing. Mitch McConnell. So they've been stacking all over the country. They stacked 160 judge appointments, not one of them black. Not one. Not one black judge out of 160 appointments. So, yeah, we need to stack that damn Supreme Court. Yeah, we need to balance it. I hope we do. If this chick gets nominated, yeah, she's a chick. If she gets nominated, stack the court.
Stack it like Legos.
She's got those 2 black kids from Haiti who she adopted. And the first day of the hearings, they called her on some stuff. For instance, they called her on the fact that a case came to her where a young black man, his boss was calling him nigger. So he sued that this guy calling him nigger was creating a hostile work environment. She ruled that doesn't constitute a hostile work environment. She ruled against him.
But see, that in her mind, seriously, I was talking about that with someone. She doesn't believe. White people don't believe when they go into other countries. Why do you think they go into other countries and adopt those children? Now, you got to remember something. In the 60s, remember now, because I've always paid attention to this. Wasn't born then, I was born in the 70s, but I do remember watching like some of the shows, but also paying attention to when the king of Africa came into the country, into America. They treated them differently. Do you follow what I mean? Because, see, these were not the ones we done bought.
Under this administration?
And in her mind, she doesn't think those 2 kids that she has adopted and brought from another country count as being African American.
No. Well, what happened was she got called on some stuff, and she said the next day, the second day of hearings, her kids did not come. She talked about her black son, how upset he was by the hearings. And I could only imagine the other thing she said, I take my notes, that she said the way she voted, rather, not what she said. She voted that ex-felons could still be eligible to get a gun, but not to vote. That was crazy. They can't vote because, in her mind, those ex-felons are probably black or brown. And as a Republican, she don't want them to have a vote. The last thing Republicans want us to have is a vote. And the more they can cut that off, the better. That's why bless all those celebrities who are putting their money in Florida, paying the fines of all those ex-felons so that they can vote. Because that's just another technique for voter suppression. Even after they got the law passed, the people voted that in Florida, that ex-felons, once they serve their time, should get their full citizen rights, including the ability to vote. And then the legislature passed a law that said, yeah, but you got to pay all your fines before you can do it. And that stopped them. That was the SPLC campaign. Wow. And it stopped them.
Well, we need SPLC and NRDC and everybody. but no.
Tell you.
Yeah, but the worst thing you can do is tell black people they can't do something.
Something that they have a right to.
Yeah, because they're going to show you. Because you are right. Because every time I'm on Facebook or just on TV, I saw a lady that was on Facebook. I still loved it, though. You know, she was like I got my hair ready. I got my grown woman hair on right now where I'm looking sophisticated. She was really talking. She's like, I got my little self together. I got my little, you know, she's like, I got my little dress on. Savage. You know, you saw that thing. Yeah, savage. She said, and when I got my shit together, y'all better get y'all together. I got my seat. Then she told she said, then she had opened the thing. She had banana, all the stuff ready to eat. And it was almost like she was trying to say, bitches, I'm going to go vote. Y'all better follow me. I'm ready.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
It was one.
And did you see, Denise, they were talking about how many people requested new registration forms in different states? These are people that probably didn't vote. Didn't register to vote in 2016, and they're saying, damn, we got to go register. This is crazy. Because they know. They know. That little girl, George Floyd's daughter, said something that I regret she had to say. But she said, my father changed the world. You know, and it was. I don't care what you say, because it's been going on for a while. The problem was COVID set us down. It set white America down. It set every race down. And they were in front of the TV for all those minutes. And that video played over and over. And
all over the world.
All over the world. There are people that have left here. I can account for it. That have left here, heading somewhere else. My play son, David Bishop. You know what I mean? I had to go see him. We had to do the distance, the hug, distance, everything. They're going into one state to stay till the summer, and they're going to Canada. And he's okay to say his wife they did not want to see this. They did not want this for their children. Upon that trip, they stopped in Arkansas and visited the school central and the statues of Little Rock 9, which touched my heart. Because she wanted to show the children, this is where Dion was, your playground, and this is what happened, and this is what's what. But the thing about this is more people have to be this way. Not the leave, but the love and the compassion to say, you know what I mean? And in her neighborhood, when we went to visit, we saw Black Lives Matter signs everywhere, even in their window. So the thing about it is, y'all picked the wrong time. That's why Obama told Trump, wrong day, wrong time, wrong person. At the beginning of that first debate, that's why Trump ain't been back. And if I was Biden, I wouldn't debate him. I don't know if you over COVID or anything. I'll do my town hall, you do yours. Until you
and please understand, you know, let's not forget to mention that Biden beat his behind in the ratings.
He did.
And Trump's town hall had 3 outlets: NBC, MSNBC, CNBC. The only outlet ABC had was ABC. And he still beat him.
Whooped that ass.
And that matters to Trump. But the other thing to point out is, don't forget, NBC is where Trump came from with The Apprentice, and that where they still ain't released all those tape recordings of his racist behavior off camera that they have recordings of. So NBC's in his pocket, but the head of NBC and the head of MSNBC in the newspapers went to war about this. Because MSNBC said, how can you possibly do this knowing the position we've taken as the cable news channel under this umbrella? And NBC said, well, our identity is more middle of the road. We're not left wing. So this didn't go down well. None of the MSNBC commentators were having a field day slamming on Trump the day afterwards. Just a field day.
Oh, Rachel couldn't wait. She couldn't wait to tell me. But anyway, listen, we're going to talk a little bit real quick about voting, because we were talking about the Senate ticket, and we're going to give the people something good and get out of here, because we ain't going to hold our whole Saturday, especially with 45, raggedy ass. Anyway, guys, you got to get out and vote. But you're already doing it. First, let me do this. Let me acknowledge this, first of all. Come on, Cindy. Come on, Denise. Let's give the people a round of applause that have been getting out voting, because they have been turning it out. They were saying over 400. When you say over 400-some%, what the hell you saying? I had to turn my head. And Roland Martin, I had a picture of him on Facebook crying. He cried. He was in Texas. because he thought he was going to go and have to go pump people up. But everywhere he went, they hadn't been open 30 minutes, and the lines were wrapped around. One lady got in her car, saw the little stamp on, and she put down there 12 hours and 9 seconds. But I voted. You feel me? So, guys, I got to give it to you. Keep doing it. It ain't over till it's over, and it ain't over then. And the only way we can get that ugly-ass Cheeto out that house is by giving him a Biden has to have a landslide victory. Where the Cheeto can't do nothing, but y'all, can't do shit, but try to cause a war or cause some disturbance within the last few days. But that's where God gonna step in. Because I think they've been pumping it. I do think he had COVID. And I think they've been pumping his ass up. And I think that he got his. I don't wish nothing bad. But I think he's gonna step in and we're gonna be able to ease on in here. But Biden don't go in that damn White House. Go ahead, Cindy, tell them what you think. Biden don't go in that White House.
Here's a little bit of information.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to like this one.
Uh-oh.
So guess which state that Biden's ahead in?
What state?
Georgia.
No!
Oh, yeah.
Georgia.
That means
Where the Southern Bells are at.
That means Jamie Harrison is up for the Senate then.
Georgia, if he loses Georgia, of all places,
maybe go to Brooklyn and hang out.
Wait, Jamie Harrison's not in Georgia. I'm sorry, my mistake. Jamie Harrison can take out Lindsey Graham, Miss Lindsey.
Lindsey Graham's from South Carolina, isn't he?
South Carolina, right?
Yeah,
he gonna take him out.
But
it's ahead of him. That's great news. And there are 2 senator races in Georgia right now. One is Ossoff, who's running against this guy Perdue, who was making fun of Kamala's name, like he can't pronounce it.
That, but he said it before.
With her all these years, he knows damn well how to pronounce her name. But he was the warm-up act before super racist Trump came up. So he did that. Okay, if that gets you elected, good. I don't think it's going to get you elected. I think you lost some points.
Oh, they said he did. That's why they brought it up.
Oh, yeah. So I just really want to encourage people to vote blue up and down. Just vote blue. And where we get lost sometimes is on all these amendments and the judgeships. And my recommendation is that if you don't know what to do with that, don't skip it. Before you go in, do your research. Go on your local state Democratic Party website and see who they're endorsing. You can bet if they're endorsing a judge, that person's going to be for Obamacare and they're going to be for choice. And those are our big issues right now. Making sure people have health care and making sure women have control over their own bodies, period.
Point blank. So basically what is good about this then is we might win this thing.
Your lips to God's ears. We have to keep
stock and barrel.
We got to act like we're 90 points behind.
Oh,
we can't relax.
I said vote, because it ain't over till it's over. And I mean, it ain't over till I see the Gola May bring that shit. They bringing that shit up out. You hear me? I want to see them hauling that. But please, don't nobody touch that place. Let Biden, if you win, let everybody off for a few months. Do your work. You got somewhere else you can go and do your work to get everything done. Let the housekeepers and everybody off for a few months and have that thing fumigated.
I'm with Cindy. Burn it down. Build a new house.
Burn it down.
Burn it down.
And I don't mind, honey. You can use a taxpayer's dollar, honey. We'll build up a new one.
Come on. Set that hook on fire. Well, I would love to hear that the next night, though. I would love to hear. Do y'all know the White House is on fire? Come on now. Huh.
Burn it down. It's like, look, it's, or turn it into a museum. I mean, come on. Just,
burn it down. It's the people's house. Burn it down.
It's the people's house. I don't like the
they can change it into a museum. They can change it into a museum. I'm not saying, because when I think about all the relics that are in there, they can turn it into a museum and build something in the people's house. There's plenty of grounds there to do that.
I can tell you, I can bet we're gonna end with that one. I can bet Jill not letting Joe go. They're not going up in that house. and don't
not till Dr. Fauci tells them they can.
Yeah, if I'm saying you can be sure when they go, it'll be summer. Like in the summer or something, you'll hear Joe Biden and Jill are starting to go into because all they got to do is ask for renovations, and renovations can take a minute. And that's all I would do so it wouldn't look so tacky. I mean, come on, the wife didn't stay there for almost a year. So anyway,
she was with her man in New York
and trying to get back to him now, but COVID was holding her down. Cindy, get the people something they can feel as we get ready to go out of here.
Oh, with what?
Just tell him, give him something good, something positive. We already know that he beating them in Georgia thanks to you.
Oh my goodness. Well, some good news is going on right now. Oh my goodness. I don't know, honey. I know I voted and I tracked my ballot. Have you guys tracked the ballot? And it said it's been counted and it is signed and it is sealed and is delivered. Make sure that you guys are tracking your ballots and going online because they can do that as well.
Yeah.
Good
but that's good enough. If you voted and you got it and you tracked it, you know it's done and that she's telling you guys what to do. Early elections, October 24th. I'll be the first one standing in the line. Luckily my voting place is right across the street. It's a high school, middle school from me. And normally, my wife works those polls, but I said, hell no, because she has pre-existing. But we are sending a backup. We have a relative that's young that's going to go in and work for her, which is what more young people need to do.
Yeah, my juice is working the polls.
See? That's what we're saying. Denise, give the people some love. Give them something.
Well, I'm just very excited to see so many young people are stepping up. They're voting. They're working the polls. I know of a few young people that have stepped up to work the polls, to keep the line shorter. I really believe, we're turning the corner. When I saw the diversity in the Black Lives Matter marches, of which I was a part of 4, this country is ready to be healthy. This country is ready to be healthy, and I still have faith in it. That's my news.
She said she's got faith in it. What I got faith in is that Ice Cube gonna hold his damn mouth again before he opened it up next time. And think about what he's saying. Not just saying, never am I saying you're a dumb brother. Look at all the wonderful, intelligent stuff that you have done. But there's an old song my mama used to sing to me because I did something foolish one time and it broke my soul. And she said, baby, everybody plays a fool. Ain't no exception to the rule. You get what I mean? So, meaning everybody get played sometime. But I keep telling y'all, when y'all listen to me, your Kanye's and all your asses, Trump is like, you got to treat him like, I keep telling you, the Matrix. You guys, I'm giving you sound advice. Look at the body of work from this man, and he has not even treated his own family right. His sisters, his nieces, his brothers, you understand what I'm saying? He has not been right to anybody. What the hell make you special? When his dad, when he was young, they wouldn't even rent to your ass.
Right.
So all I'm saying is think about it. I don't understand. I really don't understand what y'all mission is or what, young brothers, what are y'all thinking? Y'all know the streets, you know the games, you know a hustler when you see one. And I'm like the young lady said with Black Lives Matter that was talking with Roland. I'm going to leave you with this like she said to you, Ice Cube. You cannot handle this as a business meeting, like a business. This is much deeper than this. These are laws that have to be made, and we have to implement and put people in place to get these laws written and get them passed. Because otherwise, you just have word of mouth and a signed fucking contract that means a damn thing, especially if the business ain't worth a damn. So we're talking about policy. We want to change policies. And in order to do that, you got to reach back to the people like the John Lewis that's no longer here, and the people that know and knew, even if you're just researching them. So you can't just walk in and say, give me this and I give you my vote. This ain't let's make a damn deal. This is our lives we're talking about. Wake up, fool. And in the midst of it, to quote you, bye, Felicia. Anyway, guys, we ain't got nothing but love here. These women come on because they want to be here and spread and give you knowledge. And they know what they talking about. Because while some of y'all are doing some other things, every day these sisters are working hard to make a change and to make a difference for not just not just for our right to live and breathe and be healthy, but also our LGBTQ communities and reaching out to try to make sure that tomorrow is better for everyone. No exception to the rules. So we give you knowledge because knowledge is power. They bring it because they give a damn about you and they don't even know your face. But they know that they want what's best for you. And at the end of the day, they're here because they love. As Cindy would say and do, and love is everything. So we're going to get out the building. It's Saturday. Can't do a damn thing because of COVID like we want. But also, y'all guys say we're going to be on a mission after this. We're going to be on a mission. We're going to find Cindy a husband. The mission's going to be find Cindy a husband. Good-looking man, intelligent man.
With a job.
With a J-O-B. That's right.
And not living with his mama.
Can't be living with mama. Got to have your own place, your own car, and a J-O-B.
That J-O-B part. I got one. You gotta have one too.
Yeah. So we are on a mission. We're gonna find Miss Lovely Cindy M. We're gonna find Cindy Lou, Miss Davis, a husband. He out there. Now our job is to get him right to her. But don't call me with that BS. If you ain't got no job, no benefits, no nothing that you can offer her, don't waste my time. Okay? Y'all see my stuff, how to reach me on. I'm just saying anything. Yeah, send me some photos. And you can't catfish us. We know all about all this shit. Anyway, guys, we're gonna get out. You get out and vote. Californians, October 24th, Kobe Bryant Day. Vote day.
I'll see you guys.
Y'all have a great one. Number love. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
To the ocean right before your eyes, right after you roll one with your favorite guy on the west side. Hop on PCH, hair blowing in the wind as I ride, I recline while I vibe down the 10. Exit bus right back on Crenshaw again, and I'm low riding. Once you know these streets, there ain't no running. Once you felt the breeze, there ain't no fronting. We don't show nothing but love out here. We don't roll nothing but good out here. We don't know nothing but a real out here. Tried to leave, but I can see it now. Effed up and left my love back in Los Angeles. Think I left my love. Ain't nobody gon' move me quite like Kelly does. Think I left my love. Effed up and left the one back in Los Angeles. Think I left the one. Effed up and left the one. Effed up and left the one. Ever rode the waves on back to the sand. Caught up on the shore with a childhood friend. Parlay at the bonfire till about 10 on Doc Weiler. Hit the 105, girls blowing in the breeze. As I roll, I recall that it's about time to eat. Hit up in and out, double doubles for me and my co-pilot. Oh, nah. Once you roll with OGs, ain't no frontin'. All my homies play it all 100. We don't show nothing but love out here. Think I left my love. Effed up and left the one back in Los Angeles. Think I left the one. Effed up and left the one. Effed up and left the one.
Oh, oh, oh. They say life is what you make it. I'm a legend in the making. I know just what I'm made of. Yeah. But I'm a legend in the making, yeah. I know just what I'm made of, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. They say life is what you make it. But I'm a legend in the making. I know just what I'm made of. Oh, oh, oh. They say life is what you make it, yeah. But I'm a legend in the making, yeah. I know just what I'm made of, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. They say life is what you make it. I'm a legend in the making.